What is happening to Amazon? Where is Amazon heading to? You probably must have heard such kinds of questions raised by many e-commerce loyalists or people who keenly follow the economic progress of the world's largest business. Yes, Amazon's grocery business model is falling apart, and despite its global dominance with annual revenue of over $450 billion, it's time to tell it goodbye. Amazon has been struggling for a long time to keep up, but it seems there isn't any energy left anymore to continue the progress, and currently as I am speaking, it's faced with massive shutdowns and layoffs. Whole Foods, Amazon Go and Amazon convenience stores may only remain as a memory as they disappear for good. So, join us today as we seek to see what is making Amazon lose its sight. Let's first head back to the prime days when Amazon was expected to boom and get bigger and better. The company grew big and bold with its diversified brick-and-mortar strategy by operating lots of Whole Foods stores and opening dozens of cashierless Amazon Fresh and Amazon Ghost stores in years. Unfortunately, things didn't go well for this company as they never lived up to their expectations. Now, the question is, where did the rain start to beat it? This has left many wondering, and of course clinging around with rhetorical questions, just like the ones I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Let's first answer the one I asked a few moments ago. Well, we can put our blame on the grocery stores. We don't want to say it was a bad idea for Amazon to get into the grocery business, but their miscalculations about it could be what has led to the collapse of this e-commerce giant. During the company's latest earnings, school CEO Andy Jassy admitted that Amazon still hasn't nailed down a successful model when it comes to the grocery sector. Jassy revealed that many locations are about to be closed and that the retailer is cancelling plans to expand its chains until it figures out how to differentiate them from established competitors in the market. This action came after its growth results showed figures that were significantly below expectations. Its fresh supermarkets and cashierless convenience stores saw a sales boom during the pandemic, but since the second half of 2021, foot traffic has sharply declined, and the company's revenue is constantly shrinking. Jassy's remarks demonstrate that despite Amazon's announcement a year ago that it would concentrate on grocery sales and shut down its bookstores. From what you can see here, it looks irrelevant, yes. You can imagine how we were used to you being with a certain trait and then you change it to another. Now, that will take a lot of time before we fully understand your new trait. The same thing is happening to Amazon. Even though the grocery market is a strong spending category, the e-commerce titan has failed to prove its relevance in the category. So, what is the result? Amazon has ended up shutting several locations of its grocery stores because they don't think they really have the opportunity to survive and thrive in the current economic circumstances. From the statistics in the previous years, we can all agree how grocery stores traditionally survived and thrived on very thin margins. For Amazon, it comes as a surprise and at the same time makes them shed tears. They should probably be asking themselves, how come smaller stores are able to thrive in grocery stores while we can't? Earlier this year, Bush Securities analyst Michael Pachter told Reuters that Amazon's investment in an underdeveloped business model for the grocery category was a big waste of money. Actually, this was one very big lesson to remind them of how retail is a tough business, where no one just thinks is an easy ride. In contrast, the online shopping giant is now having to introduce several cost-cutting measures to its brick-and-mortar business. Last week, Amazon revealed that it is postponing the construction of its second-hand quarters in Northern Virginia, outside Washington, D.C. Earlier this year, it confirmed plans to cut 18,000 jobs from its global workforce, and on Monday, Andy Jassy said in a memo to staff that the retailer is going to eliminate an additional 9,000 jobs in the coming few weeks. This round of job cuts would mark the second largest round of layoffs in the company's history, bringing the 2023 total to 27,000 people. To add on that, Andy also noted that Amazon has not yet made the final decisions on which job roles they should eliminate, and we expect that in the next few months, more roles could be on the chopping block. In San Francisco, on April 1st, Amazon closed 1/3 of its Amazon Go stores, shuttering all locations, as well as in Manhattan and its hometown of Seattle. Currently, Whole Foods Markets, its natural and organic foods chain, is shuttering dozens of supermarkets in 4 states, with the affected stores located in Alabama, California, Illinois, and Massachusetts. These ongoing closures have been a result of declining sales and persistent underperformance. Amazon had reported that Whole Foods Markets are facing the highest quarterly loss in 7 years. Now, what was Amazon's biggest mistake? Its biggest mistake was not following up on its Whole Foods acquisition with any meaningful integration or expansion. Amazon should have leveraged the Whole Foods brand name, but the company was too slow about it, and now it has learned a painful lesson that technology alone is not enough. Also, grocery industry manager Bill Bishop told the Philadelphia Inquirer that Amazon's purchase of Whole Foods may have been a strategic error for the company. Customers would largely buy from anywhere else than buy from Amazon groceries, because most of them were down for Whole Foods. The thing about Whole Foods is that it is a horrible place. In fact, according to many analysts, Amazon's grocery business may not survive another 5 years, especially considering the threat of a severe economic downturn. In 2017, when the company acquired Whole Foods Markets, a purchase that then led to an influx of investment in the grocery delivery space while competitors strived to match the service, to greater prospects, its future didn't look that promising, because many mainstream grocery giants like Kroger use their buying power to compete with Whole Foods' niche, and the latter chain lagged very fast. The company's Whole Foods was highly favored during the pandemic due to its delivery system, and consumers now had to shift away from physical retail shops. After the economy reopened, its brick-and-mortar sales fell by 16% and only went down further from there. The company's future is also affected by its reputation for buying and selling locals, an attribute that is appealing to Whole Foods customers. In recent years, the company has tried to maximize profits by shifting to a centralized purchasing model, similar to those that are in the mainstream supermarket chains. Consequently, this left less shelf space for locally grown or produced products, thereby damaging its reputation of being a business that stimulates consumers to support small businesses. The customer service also has a reputation of being surly, which undermines a justification for premium pricing. Competing against Walmart and failing to distinguish itself compared to companies like Trader Joe's and Target, which have built devoted customer bases for their private label offerings and already have consumers in their pockets, may undermine Amazon's grocery store chains sooner than the company imagines, particularly at a time when the average US consumer is cash-strapped and stuck to what they know and are familiar with. Amazon has a really poor competitive landscape in the food category, and it competing with readily established stores that focus on Whole Foods and food products alone is a bad idea. Its lack of distinguished branding or popularized private label products is a major reason for the company's failure. Also, it has a poor online product range that doesn't look impressive at all. People always want to go to some new store they aren't familiar with. Very many folks are never embraced by Amazon's grocery business being online because of the premium pricing and not being able to choose a product. If this still goes on for a period of around 5 years, then we bet the whole of Amazon's stores will go down like a plague. So, what do you think should be done to ensure that Amazon ups its game? Do you think they should concentrate on selling books, or is it still a good idea to continue with the grocery business? Kindly don't forget to leave your suggestions and answers to these questions in the suggestion box below. This brings us to the end of our video today. We hope you guys found this video extremely entertaining, educative, and also informative. If you enjoyed watching it, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Also, as a usual reminder, just don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new to this channel. Thank you for watching, and let's meet in our next video.